What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Game of Thrones, a card game, 2nd edition tournament for you, brought to you by these awesome people who donate to the channel on patreon.com, which you can do so by clicking the link in the description below. We are at the Canadian Nationals, first round of Swiss. We have Justin playing Tyrell Dragon, and we have Garret playing Lannister Lord of the Crossing. Justin on the left, Garret on the right. And for setup, look like we have...
best setup in the
Looks
game.
like Justin already made the comment on Garrett's setup there, which is Tywin Reducer Rose Road. The best setup in the game, we think. I don't know if after the resets that are around now, if it still is, but I think it's a pretty damn good start. On the other side, we got Second Sons, Eerie, a Garden Caretaker, and I think that is the 2-cost limited gold producing location for Tyrell. When you have more summer plots revealed than winter plots, they get an extra gold off of it. So it's their like 2 gold generation one. Arbor Vineyard, I think, is the name, but I'm not 100%. Look it up in 2 seconds. Yeah, Arbor Vineyard. Neil Arbor Vineyard to get gold, 2 gold instead. They're more summer plots than winter plot cards revealed. So Justin is a buddy of mine. I've mentioned him in previous videos. He has been playing with me since I found out about Game of Thrones, the card game, LCG First Edition. And he was one of the first players to actually dedicate himself to playing with me more than most people would play. And yeah, since then he's kind of moved away. I haven't played with him a ton. He only comes out to tournaments, which I appreciate a ton. But he was the guy who I basically played all my games against before coming to Canadian Nationals. So he was kind of my testing partner. We're trying to catch each other up on what had been happening since, you know, we both have lives and full-time jobs and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, good to see him here and glad to see him on video. And I appreciate Garret being on video also. And all the players who are on camera. Always got to say that. Thank you guys for letting us film you, letting us watch you, and even some of us critique you. So it looks like it was Summer Harvest hitting a Noble Cause, which pretty much levels it out since, you know, Noble Cause is kind of a 7 gold plot with the Lord or Lady reduction. And Summer Harvest hitting the Noble Cause makes that a 7 gold plot, so pretty even on the gold generation here, other than that big guy Tywin in the Rose Road across the board. So it looks like Garrett's played a limited in a Western Fiefdoms. Collect his gold. A little out of order there. But sounds like a Jaime's coming out here. And yeah, Jaime Lannister. Great character to have in a crossing deck since he's not kneeling to attack on one challenge. Gets to do another challenge after that if you'd like. So any single card that can get you multiple challenges, whether it's a character or something to stand, characters, that kind of thing, definitely helps Lord of the Crossing out for sure. And we get a red cloaks on the board. And he's going to save 4 gold. Do we have a Hound, Burnmen, that kind of stuff hiding in the Lannister player's hand? We'll see, I'm sure. So Justin's Tyrell Banner the Dragon. He was, I believe, playing Tyrell Crossing. I want to say, I forget what it was that he showed up at my house with on the... I think it was 2 Saturdays before Nationals, Canadian Nationals here, where he came over. We basically played for like 12 hours straight. So I appreciate him. Just game after game, we just took our decks and played each other over and over again, tweaking and refining, discussing. That's pretty much all the practice I had going into this, other than my awesome dudes at BKG Black Knight Games in Hamilton, Ontario, who played with me the night before the tournament, who introduced what... Mutiny was. I wasn't familiar with that card, but 3 of the players that I played against that night, out of the, I think, 4 games I played before going to Nationals, had that card in their deck. So it was cool to see them use that against me, and definitely made me not scared of it. So I didn't really change my deck up at all for it. Yeah. I mean, it's cool, but I don't think it's the greatest. Yeah. And we got Knight of Flowers on the board now. One of the OG Tyrell good cards. Still good in my opinion. We have a Rose Garden out there now for some limited economy. So setting up Eerie there, obviously she's got the Bestow ability but has no gold, so she's not going to be able to chuck any gold to stand any lords or ladies. But maybe she can get bounced out of play, come back in off of a flea bottom or something, and get some gold back on her. Be able to get her ability. It looks like Justin's not going by that route. He's going to actually try to keep her in play and puts a dupe on her. I'm not sure if that's the right play. Maybe I'd keep her out there, try to hit her with a march, whether my own or my opponent's, or some way to get her out of play and then keep that other one in hand, maybe get it out there. But you could always just use her as claim soak. I mean, it's not that bad, so.
What are you doing under there, Nightflower?
And it looks like I think we have a bodyguard there on Corset, Marjorie, Tyrell. And 2 gold remaining. And it looks like that's it for marshalling. We're going to go on to challenges here for the Lannister player. And remember, as Lord of the Crossing, so first challenge is going to be -1 strength for each character in that challenge attacking. And then on the third challenge, +2 strength for each character attacking. Doesn't look like Jamie's going to be able to just walk in and win a military here alone on the first challenge, since he'll be at 4 strength. And the second Sons can easily block him, even if he was at normal strength. And so can Knight of Flowers, actually, without any Marjorie buff. So no military win there. He's got to think of what challenges he want to win the most and kind of prioritize. Does he even want to go super aggressive here on this first challenge phase, first round of the game, and go all in? Looks like he's going to do it. Starting with a power challenge.
Yeah, power of 10.
He says it's 10, but I believe it's 9 because he'll be -1 strength.
Sorry, crossing. So
Yep,
9.
it is 9. Garrett got it there. And no defenders on the power challenge. No power to claim, of course. But we get an unopposed power, and Tywin will gain a renown. So both decks are definitely, I would assume, are both very rush heavy. Tyrell in general seems to be the rush house lately. Adding some stand in that deck definitely would speed things up. And then the other side, obviously, Crossing is usually pretty rushy. And there we go, 4 gold for the Hound, as we assumed.
And I'm going to do military
6.
11.
So military of 11 here with Jamie and the Hound.
No gold left at the moment.
And Justin doing the right thing, asking if there's any gold left. He is well trained in the put to the sword thought process there. You see a big military challenge like that, you got to start worrying. But I think all Garrett's trying to do here is make sure he can push it through, and maybe just get rid of a dupe off of Eerie to kind of level the playing field in a Valor situation. Core March has the bodyguard, but you just got to put that military pressure on, because right now Jamie and Tywin both would be exposed to a Valor. So it does go unopposed. Jamie will get his renown. Hound forced reaction will go back, of course. And Eerie does take the hit for claim, but saves herself with a duplicate. So Canadian Nationals had 34 players, I believe. You can check it out on Jousting Pavilion. It was tracked on there. We had Alex Hines from former Beyond the Wall fame, the podcast there, was our TO, and I want to thank him personally for taking his time out on that Friday and Saturday to just come and keep us all in line. But I do appreciate him basically working with the community to get extra prize support for the tournament. It was kind of a last-minute tournament, and it was on a Friday, the Swiss, so it was kind of hard to get people out to Toronto, Ontario for it, which kind of sucked. But quality of players definitely wasn't a problem. But the quantity maybe is more in like regional numbers this year. But yeah, hopefully next year we'll get more players out for it. So if we can get I got the rumored dates on it, and hopefully we'll be able to shout it out months in advance and get everyone prepped up for it. And from what I hear, it won't be in the same time of year where it'll bump into be sandwiched in between Gen Con and Worlds. It should happen earlier in the year. So yeah. So hopefully get a bigger turnout next year. But either way, it was good to see a lot of the players come from, we had players come from Michigan, players come from Montreal, Ottawa, which is like 5 and 6 hour drives away.
Intrigue challenge.
Yeah, players from the local Toronto area, players from Guelph, where Justin's from driving down the road from Hamilton, which is an hour away, including myself, making the drive up.
All opposed.
Okay.
So it looks like an intrigue challenge one here with Margie, I think.
I want the hound.
And a great haul gets grabbed on the intrigue.
All right. We'll do
Justin's looking for the hound, but he finds a great haul, and he feels okay with that.
5.
And now we got a challenge of 5 strength here with the Knight of Flowers. And I believe it's power there, going unopposed. Yep. And now military with the Second Son, 6 strength. And since the Second Sons have no gold on them at the end of the challenge phase here, we'll have to see them get discarded. Hopefully the players remember that. We'll see if they do. You don't see that card in play much. But now with Flea Bottom, that card is the hotness.
I forgot my crossbow. That help? No? Okay.
So the Red Cloaks will take the hit for military claim there.
Then in my challenges, end of challenge.
And Justin remembers the end of challenges, discards the Second Sons.
I have 2 for dominance.
And it looks like dominance the Tyrells. So I think the Tyrells have 5 power now. Lannister's sitting at 4. So I think Justin, the Tyrell player, needs to get some heavy hitters out here. Where's Randall? Where's Renly?
We're using the same start button and shield. That's pretty sweet.
And it looks like we have time of plenty on the Tyrell side into heads on spikes. 3 cards in the Tyrell player's hand. Let's see what he can grab here.
Everybody gets to draw 3 cards
Oh,
instead
okay,
of 2.
great.
And heads on spikes. You're gonna get one.
So I'll take first.
So Garret chooses to go first here.
Who are you gonna kill?
And he gets Sir Garland Tyrell, which kind of sucks. He's a great 4-cost body.
So we're drawing 3.
Yep. 1, 2.
And it looks like Justin just threw into 2 Lord Renly's rides there and a 3rd card I didn't see. Problem is he's going 2nd right now, which could be all right, but it seems like Garrett's going a little aggressive and basically putting everything into his challenges, wanting to go first.
Dupe. All right. Neil.
So that Intimidate might not really do much. Swing it here. And we see Justin kneel his Arbor Vineyard there to get his gold, having more summer plots in play with the Time of Plenty. Triggers it as an action after his opponent does a marshalling action. And we do have a bunch of videos coming up from Canadian Nationals. My lovely wife came along and helped run the live stream while I was playing in Swiss. So there is that live stream that's up on the channel under the Canadian Nationals 2017 playlist on Rob's Gaming Table on YouTube. You can check that out. We did a round each of Swiss, 6 rounds of Swiss there. I had 2 cameras on the side like this one, recording 2 games each round. So I should have 12 more games coming up on the channel, so make sure if you're new here you subscribe. And after you subscribe, hit that little alarm bell button, the notification button beside the subscribe button so that you get all the notifications when new videos go up and we go live so you don't miss it in the future, because normally YouTube will just send you notifications randomly unless you click that otherwise. And we do have cut games coming up after that, of course, and the cut was streamed, so you can go check out the finals, which was commentated by Peter, I believe. Sorry if I'm getting your name wrong, brain fart, but and Tom McKenzie were the commentators on the stream there, and I appreciate those guys for helping out and jumping in there to commentate. So yeah, you can check out the cut on the stream, and also I will have the other I recorded 2 more games from the top 8 and a game from the top 4 that will be coming up in the video series here on the playlist. So stay tuned for that. Lots more Game of Thrones to come. And more tournaments after that, and hopefully Worlds. So we got Sir Armory Lorch there now on the Lannister side, and we got Polliver. So some pillage there. And I think we have King Renly now in play. Looks like Justin got a Rose Road out there for some economy. And yeah, Renly's hit the board. So Polliver has that reaction. After Polliver discards a character using pillage, return 2 gold from a losing opponent's gold pool to the treasury. It's all right, but definitely 3 for 3 with military and intrigue icons is not too bad. And since he's unique, he definitely helps out with the treachery requirement, I guess. And not loyal, so you could throw him in your banner. Yeah, I don't see that ability doing too much for you. Pillage is, okay, unless you pair it up with a bunch of pillage effects. But he's not a card you see often, I don't think, but he's here in this Lannister Crossing deck.
Power 3.
Power of 3.
So we got Power of 3 coming in here from Armory Lorch. He does not have Renown right now, since the Tyrell board has more than 3 characters on it. But I don't know if you want to let that power go unopposed. So it's a 2 power swing off the first crossing challenge, and he still has Renown bodies on the board, and he's going to come swinging in heavy on that 3rd challenge. So it's tough, but then you leave yourself open on the rest of the challenges, and then what do you have left to come back with? So see the decision tree slowing Justin down here. I can understand, it's tough. So Knight of Flowers is going to come in and block, get some Renown on the defense. That makes sense. Nothing wrong with that.
Nice. Okay. For now.
Figures he's probably going to lose the next couple challenges maybe anyways. Maybe just switch into defensive mode here. You still can draw Insight and gain Renown enough friendly on defense if you win. Nothing wrong with that. Stopping the crossing player from rushing to victory here is not a bad strategy, I think.
Military 8.
So looks like an 8 strength military with Polliver and Jamie. Not kneeling to attack. So it's unopposed. Claim is the garden caretaker. Jamie will get Renown. And we should have some pillage. Oh, it's going to be Eerie for Claim. And pillage is a Rose Road. So interestingly, the Tyrell player, Justin, does have 3 gold remaining, but character was not pillaged, so Polliver's ability won't go off there. So I think Justin may have needed the Garden Caretaker for economy next phase, or he's planning a Lord Renly's Ride and needed the 2 strength in the dead pile at the top instead of 1. I don't know. We'll see. So I have a 16 strength intrigue challenge coming in. Doesn't want Renly to defend it on the defense, it looks like, at all. So Justin's counting out how much power he's going to gain here on the Lannister side. If he lets it go unopposed, he'll get a power off Crossing and Renown off Tywin. and lose a card out of hand. Gotta be careful, because this Lanny player can shoot up in power quite fast. I mean, almost his entire board's knelt out, so you can smack him back good, but... like, can you claw enough power back to level out the playing field here?
Yeah, I'll go in a post.
And it sounds like no defenders. Do we have a Tears of Lease? Nope, doesn't look like it.
Or I guess reaction winning, crossing.
We get Crossing unopposed and Renown. Oh, not Renown on Jamie. Supposed to be on Tywin. Yep, he corrected it.
Which one would you like?
And we get Intrigue claim of a Lord Renly's Ride.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yep.
All right, over to the Tyrell player Justin here for his challenges. Lannister player sitting at, looks like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 power already in turn 2. That is crazy.
Power challenge. 3.
We got Marjorie Tyrell coming in on a 3-strength power challenge.
Unopposed? Okay.
Sounds like it's unopposed.
Claim.
No Lord Renly's Ride played there. I don't think it's needed right now. I think he needs to win initiative next turn. I think that's what has to happen here. The Tyrell player needs to win initiative. Tyrell player looking at 6, 7, 8 power right now. Renly can get him another power for Renown. Probably not unopposed though.
We'll do an intrigue.
Yeah, Intrigue makes sense. Especially if you're thinking about playing some Valor next turn. You want to reduce your opponent's options in hand. Maybe get that Hound.
2 and lose.
So Intrigue challenge blocked by the Red Cloaks.
All right, cool. After you win, draw a card. If it's loyal, reveal it.
Oh, he's doing it in the wrong order here. I think it's a reaction on the card, but it's actually a reaction to the keyword.
Oh, after you draw a card for using insight. Okay, we'll say I did insight. So, it was opposed, so claim.
Well, Justin's throwing himself out of order here. See if they do it right.
Opposed, but this is renowned. That's what it is.
No Sandor, no Sandor, no Sandor.
Yeah.
Did he get it? Did he get the Hound? He got the Hound.
Burn, motherfucker, burn. All right, and that's it. I do 3 for dominance.
And Ominous of the Tyrells. I think 11 on the Lannister side to 10. No, actually 9. Yeah, 10. 10 on the Lannister side. And Tyrell's 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are all tied up here. It's all down to initiative at this point, I think. Or if someone plays a reset. But I don't see either of these decks really doing that. But you never know. Gotta play Tyrell player. Justin here's gotta play a high initiative plot. You're going to see a second Heads on Spikes from this Crossing deck. I wouldn't be surprised. Looking to go first, grab another couple power. Why not?
I haven't even got all of my stuff together yet.
I'm obviously rooting for Justin here in this one, and I do not know the outcome. I totally forget. I know he told me about his games that day, but that was a couple weeks ago. Maybe not. A week ago, week and a half, not even. Yeah, about a week ago. All right, looks like plots are chosen.
Okay.
Wildfire into Heads on Spikes, so he does win initiative by 1, which is super important. Will he realize he needs to go first?
How many power do you need to win? More than 2. Okay.
5, yeah.
I also need 5.
Yeah, they realize now they're tied here. But the Heads on Spikes could change things. So Justin chooses to go first. Makes sense.
Who's do you want to resolve first?
We'll choose my plot first.
So we're going to Wildfire first, which is an easy choice for a Tyrell player, killing the Garden Caretaker. Let's see what the Lannister player. I'm sure he's going to leave behind, most likely, Sir Armory Lorch, which gets better on a small board, of course. Yep, and Tywin and
I get a character. I have 1 in there.
Jamie. And he gets the Knight of Flowers. So that's 2 power, but the Knight of Flowers stays in play. It doesn't affect the one that's in play.
All right, so
Just can't play another copy if he leaves the board. I don't know if you can play the dupe or not on a character. That's a curious question. If anyone knows, leave it in the comments below. But could he play a third copy of the Knight of Flowers on the one in play as a duplicate? I don't think you can. I'm going to say no, because there's one in the dead pile. But there's all that, gray area where it turns into a duplicate and it's a blank card, blah, blah, blah. So Brienne's in play. Some extra renown on the board. And she is, quote-unquote, turned on from Lord Renly, so she does not have to kneel to defend.
She works well with Renly.
But going first, you don't always save her for that, but you never know. Probably just going to go aggressive here, trying to get another renown into the power challenge or military challenge. So let's see what Garret drew into here. He's obviously got the money to play it. But did he draw into some characters? I think he only had a couple cards in hand. Top deck a couple others. So they both had, I think, 4 cards to Marshall here. Casterly Rock. Great pairing with Lord of the Crossing, giving you that extra challenge. Like I said earlier, any cards that help you get additional challenges are great. The problem is that that card's only going to help when it gets to his turn, and he's got to have 2 intrigue bodies or a way to stand to get 2 intrigue challenges off. So that might not really help him this turn, and it looks like he's going to save the rest. So it looks like Justin won out on the top deck there. 7 gold saved. Ouch, that makes a big tie win, though. That's a problem. And no stealth on the Tyrell board. He does have that. The great part about the heads on spikes hitting that Knight of Flowers puts 5 strength on the top of the dead pile for that Lord Renly's ride. And Justin's sitting on 2 gold. So if he can squeak through a sneaky unopposed challenge here, or use that +5 strength off Lord Renly's ride to intimidate somebody, even just Jamie, maybe even Sir Armory Lorch is good. But I don't think he's going to get Tywin, since Tywin's at like 13 strength right now. But you never know. You never know. But the cool part is he could use that just to trick Tywin out. So Tywin comes in at 13 defense, and if you can add 5 to your challenge and win, and just winning and getting Tywin knelt and not winning his challenge saves the renown and saves Tywin from coming back and hitting you on the offense or defending another challenge. So power of 5, only 1 character can be declared as a defender since the Knight of Flowers is attacking alone. To win, it's going to have to be Tywin. Armory Lorch isn't going to be able to do it by himself. And the Renly's ride's not going to get him enough to get over Tywin. But we'll see if he's going to bait Tywin into this here. Most likely it'll go unopposed. And the cool part is then you play Lord Renly's ride, gets Renly up to 10. Oh, and Marjorie's there. Marjorie can get him up to 13, so he could kneel Tywin out here on a crazy intimidate. Which would be hilarious. But Tywin's going to go down anyway. Now, let's see if he uses that to just win and get 13.
I'm disappointed in you, Philip. Disappointed. 13.
We got a defense of 13. He's going to spend 1 gold, Lord Renly's ride. Oh, he's got a Nightmares. Nightmares on Tywin. Tywin's down to 6.
Okay. So he's only still 6. He's still 6.
So now Marjorie can come in and give a buff. Or we could have Lord Renly's ride come in here. And Marjorie. We don't need that, though. Lord Renly's ride, given the 10 strength.
Choose a character. So then in the phase, that character gets plus X strength and gains strength.
Yeah, they're playing the first round.
X is the strength of the top character in your dead pile. So it's plus 5.
I registered. I said, hey, and I don't know.
He's got to remember the Intimidate.
Okay, intimidate. So I am now 10 to 6. Anything else, sir? Do I win?
So he wins by 4, it sounds like. So we could have Sir Armory Lorch knelt here with Intimidate.
Still full 5.
I personally would probably do the buff off Marjorie just to get Jamie down. Because you don't have to worry about him defending, gaining renown. You don't have to worry about him coming in on 2 challenges on the offense.
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, so reactions, no reaction. It's opposed. keywords. He has Renown and Intimidate.
So here we go with Renown and Intimidate. And Star Armory Lord's going to go down, of course. Winning by 4.
Okay, so his power. We'll do...
So 12 right now on the Tyrell side. Can he close it out here?
Intrigue of 6.
An intrigue of 6 here with Renly. And he leaves Brienne standing on the defense. Might lock the Lannister player down from doing any challenges here anyway. So I think Justin's got him in a good spot here. I don't think he has to go full aggressive for the win, but I mean... yeah, it's tough, because... yeah.
I have an action.
Sure.
Say 1.
Yep.
2 nightmares.
So Nightmares on Renly, actually. Good thing he didn't go all in trying to win. Renly loses Renown, Insight. But still an intrigue of 6. Pretty sure that's what he said, intrigue. Jamie can't win it, unless there's a Widow's Wail hiding in hand there. I think he's got 1 card left on the Lannister side.
Unopposed.
So no defenders, that's an unopposed challenge, so that's some extra power.
No reactions to winning. Just unopposed.
Oh, he's got 2 cards left. And a Treachery, that's juicy.
And then I'll do...
Oh, save Brienne. Save Brienne for the defense, Justin. Don't do it. So at 13.
I'll do the military at 5.
Now he's got to force Jamie to go down, though. If it goes unopposed with the Renown, he wins. So yeah, he's got to defend it. So he did put it in a good spot, actually. That was not bad to do that.
Claim of 1.
And he still could win. No, I don't think he can win dominance. But Jamie's going to lose the dupe. Oh, I don't think either player is going to pull a Valor now.
That's it for my challenges. Anything else, sir?
No.
I think dominance is you. You have 6. I have...
Yeah, dominance of the Lannisters. 6 gold saved there to the 3 strength Marjorie. Got to put their nightmares in their discard piles.
Your nightmares, sir.
So I think we have another turn of needing to win initiative here. And I think Garret realized that last turn he played another 6 initiative plot. Is that his highest initiative that he had available? We'll see.
I think this is the one I'm going to play. I don't think it matters. Yeah.
And we got a Wildfire into pulling the string. So initiative goes to the Lannister player.
Sorry, I'm not familiar with this.
Yeah, that's okay. I get to copy an edit, a scheme, or something else that's in your use file.
You can copy Heads on Spikes.
Probably going to copy your full
Yeah.
that's on Spikes.
So he's going to use pulling the strings to grab a Heads on Spikes. And trigger it on his side.
Okay. All right. So your choice. Who gets to go first, and which plot gets to go first? It says cannot be saved. I will.
So Marjorie's going to be killed for the Wildfire. Can't be saved, so that bodyguard is going to go back to hand, which is not a bad call, because you can put that bodyguard back out on someone else.
All right. Not a character.
And no character. He grabs Tyrion's chain there, I believe that was,
I'm going to...
on the Heads on Spikes trigger there.
I'm going to take first.
Okay.
So they decide first after doing their plot reactions. Kind of silly.
Come on. Give me
But Garret, the Lannister player, has chosen to go first. And let's see who top decks the better cards here. Sounds like the Tyrell player, Justin, said not great. If you can get another body out there, you can hopefully shut off Renown on Star Armory Lorch. And having those big bodies there, with Brienne having her ability to not kneel on defense, going second is not so bad. And we get Pycelle out there. And it looks like that's going to be it.
I'm going to sit on
a lot.
So 6 gold saved on the Lannister side. Tywin's at 12. Remember, 2 intrigue challenges from Casterly Rock are possible by the Lannister player.
Plus the one for the non-summer. Yeah, nobody's got summer. Might as well Put a bodyguard on.
So there are no kings on the other side of the board, so Renly's can be saved, so putting a bodyguard on him is not a bad thing. Tyrell player 1 power away from winning, I believe. At 14, he's sitting there. Lannister player 12, I'm counting, I think, there. On the house card, I think I see 8. And 4 on the characters, so we're at 12. 14 to 12 for the Tyrells. It looks like the Tyrell player there saved 4 or 5 gold so far. Plaza of Pride, he marshaled into play there. So getting an extra activation, possibly off of one of his big renown characters, could be pretty huge. Assuming he has the cards in hand to chuck to do that. And hopefully he saves something there for that. Very interesting game here.
All you, my friend. I'm done. I got nothing going on.
So power of 1, strength with Pycelle. That's
I only need 1 power to win.
why? It could just be defended. And the Tyrell player Justin can win the game. Yeah. Garret realizes that and says no. Justin had the power in his hand and put it back on his deck. He was about to just drop it on a dude and win the game there. Garret almost made a super huge noob mistake. And almost lost the game there from Justin winning on defense. That, yeah, he realizes now he's staring at pretty big bodies across the board, all with renown. So he's got to be very careful and make sure he wins every single challenge he puts through there.
Just in case he wants to die. I can't let him.
I think he has to really win a power challenge first to give him a little bit of breathing room. He's got to close it out here on his turn, or else the Tyrell player is just going to win for sure. Yeah, military challenge not really going to do much since bodyguard can save unless there's a treachery hiding in hand of the Lannister player. He could cancel that bodyguard, and we could see Renly die. But if he doesn't, that military challenge... Yeah, it looks like he's going all in on a big mill. Maybe sitting on put to the sword.
So it's -1, so 5, 11, 15, 18.
So it sounds like an 18 strength military if they've counted that right. -1 on all the characters from Lord of the Crossing. +6 on Tywin for the gold. And Justin's counting out his military on the other side.
Ooh, 1 too many.
Does he have a Lord Renly's Ride hiding in hand?
Hold on. So 5, 6, 11, 15, 18. Yeah.
And it seems like it's one more than Justin can put in here. But he's going to spend 4. Oh, he puts in Elena's Informant.
After she enters play during a challenge phase, name a challenge type, and I may additional challenge of that type.
And he's going to name Power Challenge on the Elena's Informant trigger so he can do an additional power. He's going to block with Brienne, who doesn't kneel to defend, to block the unopposed. All right, we're going to see a put to the sword here. And doesn't look like it is. Claim is the Elena's Informant. Doing a good job there.
So just my...
And we get some renown on Tywin and Jaime.
How many need?
I
Just
just
1?
need the 1.
He's at 14.
8, 9, 10, 13. Yep.
6. 14, yeah, wow.
You also just need 1 here. So
1 power away. He can't do any more challenges or there'll be 1 on defense by his opponent.
fuck.
So if you do your intrigue of 5, I'll defend. Or if you do 7,
Justin threatening here what he'll do on defense to win anyway.
yeah, I'll use this.
Yeah, I think Garret realizes that the game is over here unless he has a trick in hand.
1 power with these guys, maybe. That's it. Do I win?
I think they've realized that here. Couldn't get anything else out here.
20 seconds here
Yeah, of course.
to try to will this card into something that'll
So
make
Garret wants some time here, 20 seconds to think about the card that's in his hand, see if he can do anything here. Casterly Rock's not helping him. He can do 2 separate intrigue challenges, but both can be blocked if he's got something to stand Renly.
Well, it's not doing like, I'm missing like a few really key.
The problem is Renly can, if he does 1 intrigue challenge of 7, Renly can block the unopposed Doesn't get any power for Garret, and then he's still staring at Brienne and Knight of Flowers coming in on unopposed challenges with Renown, so
yeah, if I do intrigue
which I think he'll realize here.
7,
I can defend with 6.
you can defend with 6. Then it passes to you and you push through. Yeah.
Yeah, Garret realized he got nothing there to stop both of them. And he has 0 cost card, so he couldn't stand anything with Plaza of Pride. Alright, so congrats to Justin winning the first round game. Got another game from the round 1 coming up. And like I said, a couple games from every round through the top 6, or through the 6 rounds of Swiss. And then we'll be going to a top cut of 8. So we'll have a few games from each round there. So stay tuned. Lots of videos coming for Game of Thrones, a card game. Other board game videos coming too. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. If you like the Game of Thrones stuff, slap that like button on every Game of Thrones video you see. Help people find this game. And always feel free to leave comments below. Appreciate you guys here watching. If you want to support the channel, you can do so. Patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. And thank you to everyone who's donated so far. All of it helps. And yeah, thank you just for being here watching, and I'll see you in the next video.